This is what I looked like last year, and this is what I looked like this morning. The difference between these photos is pretty obvious. And even though technically I weighed less in this photo, and I weigh more right now, I look way better right now than I did last year. So what I mean by this is the scale does not tell the whole picture. And if you want to make a transformation with your physique, with your body, then you have to learn how to kind of ignore what the scale is doing in the short term. You also can't always be in a calorie deficit, as this is one of the worst things that you can do for your physique. Building muscle and losing fat can happen at the same time, but the chances of it happening while you're in a the chances of building muscle in a calorie deficit, they just are not that likely. So what you want to actually do is go through these concentrated phases where either you're focused on fat loss and that is your primary focus, or you're focused on building muscle and that's what you're mainly focusing on. So the last year, I actually spent most of that time building muscle, which means that my calories were a little bit higher and I was working on progressive overload in the gym, which just means that I was trying to lift weights and get stronger, either increase my reps or increase my weights on a weekly basis. My workouts roughly stayed the same. My diet roughly stayed the same. I maybe added like 300 to 500 extra calories on top of my maintenance. The main differences here are that I actually spent time not being in a calorie deficit, and that's what actually changed my physique. I actually got fatter in order to get to the point that I'm at now. Now, when I say fatter, I don't mean like I got fat. I just mean that I actually intentionally put on weight in order to get myself to a point where I could build muscle and eventually cut down and get leaner through a short calorie deficit. I actually did the same thing with my one-on-one coaching client, Danielle. When she first came to me, she looked like this. She weighed 130 pounds. Through the process of us building muscle for the past 9 months, we were able to put on size to her glutes, size to her abs, size to her shoulders and triceps, and we were able to build a more well-rounded body instead of this like skinny look, because she had spent some time building muscle and getting stronger. I would argue that she looks way better now than she did before, and instead of eating 1,400 calories, she now can eat 2,600 plus calories while maintaining her weight, which is really impressive, by the way, and she has a crazy metabolism. But what I'm saying is, through the process of her building that muscle and treating food as fuel rather than fear, so she no longer feared food, but she treated it as fuel for her muscle building, she was able to improve her metabolism. She's strong as hell, and she's absolutely jacked. Like, look at this picture. I took a screenshot of a form check video that she sent me in the gym, and she looks jacked. Like, those shoulders are crazy. So what I'm saying is, if you want to build a physique, not just get skinny and yo-yo diet, which is what she had done for years and years and years in the past, but you want to actually build a physique that you're proud of, you will need to go through a building phase. You will need to build muscle and not just focus on the calorie deficit. Calorie deficits are not made to be in for a lifetime. You get in and you get out. You don't focus on fat loss the entire year. You should have phases built into your year. If you have a good coach and you know what they know what they're doing, then you should have phases built into your programming. And if you need a little help, you can apply for one-on-one coaching down below in the description. And hopefully this was eye-opening and you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about when it comes to building out phases through your nutrition for the year. See you guys in the next video. Peace.